What's up, guys? Hopefully your day's going well so far. Let's cut straight to the chase. No one likes... Whoa, I'm back now. No one likes being woken up in the middle of the night. I assume, unless you are a masochist. But I have so many stories in my college career that involve just that. So let's go ahead and put it into perspective here. I live in a building with about 1,000 people. That's a lot of people. And every one of them has access to a microwave like that one down there. And not everyone should have access to a microwave, because not everyone is qualified to use one, believe it or not. It sounds simple, it really does. Like, don't put aluminum in the microwave, you know? Don't put your ramen in there with no water for 6 minutes, you know? Like it shouldn't be that hard to not set off a fire alarm, but it happens so freaking often. It happened this morning, that's why I'm talking about it. Now, this morning I was fortunate because it happened about 35 minutes, I think, before my alarm was going to go off anyway, so there wasn't a whole lot of damage done. But the worst, the absolute worst, is when it happens in the middle of the night. And the latest that it's happened to me so far is 1 a.m., which is not bad at all. In fact, I'm usually awake by then, or still awake at that point in time. But last year, I tried to have a better sleeping schedule, and I wasn't awake at that time. And so it hasn't happened at like 3 or 4, because usually, like, as the night goes on, less people are awake to make fools of themselves, so it doesn't really happen as much. But at this point in time, it was winter, I believe, and it happened at like 12 on one night, and this thing like goes off. It is so loud. Every room it goes off in, it goes out in the hallway. No matter where you go, you can't escape. It's actually the quietest in the bathroom over here. So if you want to escape, you can go there, I guess. But you have to leave, or if they find you somehow, they're gonna fine you. And if it's a real fire, then I guess you just die, right? So you have to leave the building. And I don't know like how long to spend getting ready, because nowadays I get kind of like lazy about it, and I like put on my entire like all my shoes and socks and my jacket and this and that. But last year I would rush out immediately, and it happened to be that it was cold. It was like freezing degrees outside. It was probably like 30-ish, and it had been raining, so the floor's all wet, and the ground is all wet. And I go out there, no shoes, no socks, short sleeve shirt, and my feet are just standing in wet water in freezing temperature that hasn't frozen over yet. So I'm just like getting all that 30-degree air, water. So the water's probably like 40 degrees-ish, just standing in it for like 30 minutes, and it's absolutely freaking awful. Then the next night, I kid you not, so to 12 a.m., 25 hours later at 1 a.m., the next night, both the times I was lying in bed asleep, it happens again. And this time I have the intelligence to put on shoes and socks. But it's like, oh my goodness, back-to-back nights. And you think that people would like learn their lessons, because every time that you mess up, the entire building, is harmed by it. So you think that everybody would know the consequences and would be extra careful to not like put a fork in the microwave or like spray Febreze right into the sensor or whatever. You would think so, at least. But you would think wrong, because it still happens like every week sometimes. It's been less bad this year, but it was absolutely terrible last year. So that's my fire alarm rant. If you live in a building with more than one person in it, or you just don't want to be like inconvenient to yourself, be careful, especially if your fire alarm is as sensitive as ours are, apparently. So yeah, that's about it. That in mind, love you guys. Be safe, be smart, don't be stupid, and have a great rest of your day.